हाय फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हो। वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल बनीतास लाइफ स्टाइल। उम्मीद करती हूँ आप सब बिल्कुल ठीक होंगे। तो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम घूमने आए हैं ऑस्ट्रेलियन वार मेमोरियल यहाँ पर कैनबरा में। तो बहुत अच्छी जगह है। पहले हम आए थे तब ये बंद था, तो अभी ये ओपन है। तो आज हम जा रहे हैं। आप भी इस व्लॉग को बहुत सारा प्यार देना, एंजॉय करना और आगे देखना। बहुत अच्छा है। मैंने एक एक हर चीज़ रिकॉर्ड की है अच्छे से। प्लीज़ देखना, स्किप बिल्कुल मत करना और बताना हमारे कैमरा के व्लॉग आपको कैसे लग रहे हैं, कमेंट में ज़रूर बताना। तो फ्रेंड्स, यहाँ पे एक गाइडर था, उसने हमें सारा मतलब इनकी जो भी हिस्ट्री वगैरह थी वो हमें सारी बताई थी। तो मैंने वहाँ पर म्यूज़िक नहीं लगाया है, तो आप वो सुनना। और फ्रेंड्स, यहाँ पे स्कूल के बच्चे वगैरह वो भी आए हुए थे। तो काफ़ी ये अच्छी जगह थी। अगर आप भी यहाँ पे कैमरा वगैरह में जब भी आओ तो आप इस जगह पर ज़रूर जाना। काफ़ी चीज़ें आपको सुनने को अच्छी बहुत मिलेगी यहाँ पर।
Missiles and they've taken the warhead out. Oh, okay, yeah. Everyone's interested in aeroplanes. I fly helicopters. I know there's not everyone's fun, but it's good fun. Okay, welcome to the Australian War Memorial. My name is Mark Campbell. I'm one of the volunteer guides here. It is my absolute pleasure to take you on an 80-minute tour. And it will be 80 minutes because the powers that be here like me to give 80 minutes. And the important thing is, on this tour, we finish at 10 to 3. And I think it's the Poppies, the cafe, shuts at 3. So you've got time after the tour to go for coffee or something to eat if you feel like it. So this is important, I think. Not that I drink coffee after 3 o'clock, but some people do. So please, I only asked you to do a couple of things. Just don't touch anything. Ask all the questions you like, take all the photos you like, but let's post ceremony will be. I see that no one is going to the last post ceremony yet, but after I tell you a few things, maybe you're going to stick around because the last post ceremony starts at 4:30 this afternoon. Very, very moving ceremony, most enjoyable. Anyway, so we're going to go for a walk for about 100 metres and then we'll stop briefly to look at some lovely sculpture and then I'll give you a bit of a more introduction to the whole Australian War Memorial. Male and female toilets, they're the only ones around. This sculpture I was telling you about, if you'll stay there, artist and sculptor, and he has done a folded flag for every, and they're all different, they're all handmade by Mr. Seaton, and I just think it's a beautiful thing, these lovely folded Australian flags for each person. And this corridor, Afghanistan is our longest ever war, and I'll tell you more about it in a minute, but this is the only place where all the stuff in these photos, we've got lots of stuff, but we just haven't got anywhere to put it, so I'll tell you more about the redevelopment in a minute, but we're going to just about double the size of the war memorial in the next couple of years. That's all the work going on at the present is. and it's a very moving ceremony. It lasts about 15 minutes, and you hear the story of an Australian who has served and whose name is listed on the 103,000 names around here, because Charles Bean wanted everyone to walk between the names of those who had died for their country on their way to the honour roll up at the end here. And so when everyone comes through the main door, now the main door is actually near that little easel. South Africa, the Boer War, China, Boxer Rebellion, Indian Ocean, the start of the First World War. It's a history lesson too, and they all shape their So this is where the last boat ceremony comes. And if some of you decided to see Mr. Tickley, Mr. Tickley is from South Australia. General Bridges, just above my hand here, Bridges WT. He's just Bridges WT. Everyone is equal in death. That's what Charles Bean wanted, and that's what he's got. I quite agree with it. The poppies are a symbol of remembrance, if you like, and that started in England many years ago. It comes from Flanders in Europe. And one of the first things to grow after all the destruction. Unknown Australian soldier, and you'll see him in a minute, in the Hall of Honour, and he's laid to remember all the people who've lost their lives, the 103,010 at last count, people who've lost their lives. So they're all in alphabetical order in their unit, which they died, and this is the Light Horse. So in the First World War, the Light Horse were probably the special forces of the day, and so the Light Horse were all here. Now I'm going to stop at two places, right down the end here. There's a couple of interesting stories on every panel, but I'm going to tell you the story, a little bit of the story of the last post ceremony, Mr. Tickley, and I'll tell you about three brothers from South. In fact, we'll move down there now. Thomas Potter. Age 27. We're convinced to join up by their youngest brother, Ralph. And Ralph was 19. Ernest Hurdle and Thomas were from 21 up to 31. All three of these died on one night at a place called Mouquet Farm, just outside the village of Pozières. You'll hear that name several more times during the tour, but Pozières is a very famous name in Australian military history. The only person who has a marked grave of those three boys is Hurdle. He's buried at a place called Courcelette in France. I'm happy to say I took my mum there a couple of years ago. Mum loves the cemetery, and she was delighted to be told the whole story. She ended up in tears afterwards, which was a bit of a shame, but these three, because they died on one night, the whole family was 6 boys and one daughter, and so the parents basically got 3 telegrams in about a 48-hour period, basically telling them that half their family had gone. And Ralph then said, well, I'm the only remaining male because the others had predeceased. I've got to return to the farm, help Dad out, and they straight away said, yep, go home. And he lived till 1961, still on the farm in Yongla, up near Port Pirie. So we're all going to lean over there, and I'll come over here as well, but there's going to be some things to see. Just come over this way, let people walk through. Thanks. But they lost nearly 1,000 people. There's 600 Australian names there of people who lost their life. Australians, but all the South African. A 20-year war. There was 38,000 Australians involved in Afghanistan. Already told you, 993 in the Second World War, 40,000 names there, 62,000 names, 40,000 there, and 48 there. And that tells you that we are caring for our people much, much better. We're getting them to hospital faster. We're getting our care for. We had some of the best critical care people in Australia actually on the reserve list in Afghanistan, caring for people. We still lost a lot of people, but the First World War, people on that list over there lay in no man's land for 2 or 3 days before they were helped or until they died. Whereas here, they're generally in a hospital inside 40 minutes, and a really, really good hospital, emergency room and good care. But we're gradually getting better. The final thing I'll tell you about is the operational service wall. This commemorates people who have not been in the war itself, but on the United Nations service or humanitarian task since the Second World War. So they don't get their name on this wall, they get it on that wall there. But even I know a few people on this part.
Like modern hospital ships, they're not well protected.